Hey, what's going on, everybody? David here, back again with another video. If you guys are watching this, obviously you love movies. You love, going to the movies. You love watching movies at home. You like buying movies. You just love film all around, just like I do. But there's also another part to that that I don't really see people talk about too much, and I'm kind of surprised, and that's snacks. You gotta have your snacks when you're watching your movie, and it could be anything. I have two different preferences. Obviously my theater preference and then my at-home preference. So they're two different, very different kind of situations. And I was gonna go ahead and dive into that today. First off, is my theater experience, my theater preference. Typically this is because usually it's me, my son, and my wife that go to the movies. Sometimes my daughter will go, and then sometimes my mom will also join. But typically when it's just me, my wife, and my son, this is the usual go-to items. It is, my son wants an icy, and he always asks for blue raspberry, and then he'll ask for a candy of sorts, usually Sour Patch. That's kind of the go-to for him specifically. And then me and my wife will share a large popcorn, and my son will probably dig into a little bit of that. And then my wife and I will share either a Coke or an icy as well. And usually we'll go for like either a Coke icy or something to that degree. And we do a large icy as well. We go in there. Oh, my wife is a smart one. She always brings little Ziploc baggies, so that way we can share the popcorn with my son. And and say if there's a couple of other people joining us, then we'll throw some popcorn in a baggie and then pass it down the line. So that's kind of our usual go-to. Always a must tell everybody, go to the bathroom before, because I don't want to be getting up. I don't want people getting up around me, like, as least the least as possible. I don't want anybody to miss the movie experience in theater. And we enjoy it that way. The seats have to be, reclined. I don't think I think I got a little spoiled with that over the years. But snack-wise, as far as snacks go, that's kind of our go-to. We try to keep it very simple. And I don't tend to do candy at the movie theater for some reason. It's usually just like a drink of sorts and popcorn. My son's the candy kid at the theater, and icy as well. Now, home preference, that is a complete different animal. You're nice and cozy at home. You're comfortable in your pajamas or whatever. You're comfortable wear at home. Now, our at-home experience is a little bit more on the theater-ish side, because we do have a projector in our living room, and it projects up to about like 120 inches. So it's a pretty big screen for a living room setup. So it almost feels like IMAX level in some cases, because we have a pretty big living room. It's not huge, but it's pretty nice size. And a big old screen like that, projecting onto we have just a wall. I don't have a projection screen just yet, but that's another thing to talk about. But anyway, we get super cozy. We have a nice big sectional couch that's super cozy as well. And this is how we roll. So, all right, we have our drinks of choice. Usually me and my son, we always have like a soda to share. And then I'll always go for an Ozarka sparkling water. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form yet. But usually I'll drink I'll have this handy, an Ozarka sparkling water. And then this is how we roll as far as snacks go with me and my son. Interestingly enough, my wife doesn't really do snacks too much when we're at the house. She'll do popcorn. We'll pop some popcorn, and we'll all kind of split up some popcorn between everybody that's watching. Normally we'll do like 2 to 3 bags, maybe 4 bags sometimes, because people will go up for seconds since it's basically our own home theater. And then me and my son will break out the big guns. So we have TV trays that we'll set in front of us, and we put plates down across all trays, and we'll do almost like a buffet style type of situation. So this is a little bit of a lineup of what we have, and we'll put them all on separate plates. We have to have the Nerds gummy clusters. These are really, really good. If you have not tried these, this is a must. We put those on one plate, and then these are for me. These are some of my favorite Boston baked beans, or as I like to call them, triple B's. I love these so much. Like these are my go-to since I was a kid. And then you can't go wrong with Reese's Pieces. You gotta have the Reese's Pieces. These are really, really good. And then we go into gummy territory. Gummy territory. I love gummies like nobody's business. First, we start with Sour Patch, and you know what? I don't even care what kind of flavor they are, what kind they are. Always have to be Sour Patch on the table for sure. And that, again, these all go on their own respective plate. That's how hardcore we are. All right, so Sour Patch, right? Then anything Haribo. Haribo is another one of my favorite gummy candies. So anything Haribo. These are Unicornalicious, which I haven't even tried these yet. These were new at my store. But so yeah, usually sometimes we'll get like the Star Mix Haribos that has like a little bit of everything in there. And sometimes we'll just get like 4 or 5 different bags of Haribo and just mix them up in that plate. And then this is another pick for me. My favorite, Black Forest gummy bears. Have to have these as well. And again, on its own respective plate. I don't play around. And to top it off, these, like, they don't play nice together. So they all have to have, every candy has to have their own space. They don't like to, it's just like me in the movie theater. I don't like having people next to me, like strangers next to me that I don't know, that I'm not cool with, So that's why we put everything on separate plates, and literally it's like buffet style. We have it lined up across like a table tray or two, and whoever else is there will come with their plate. Like all the plates are sitting in front of me and my son, right? And anybody else that walks by gets to pick and choose whatever they want off those plates as well, and then they'll go sit down with their, usually we'll do like either bowls of popcorn, like personal bowls of popcorn, or cups of popcorn, and sit down, enjoy a nice movie on the projector, sit back, relax. That's, and then my wife, she, like I said, she doesn't really do snacks at home. She'll do popcorn. She doesn't do any sort of like candy stuff very much. She'll do M&Ms. And surprisingly, very seldomly she'll do soda at home. Normally you'll find her with M&Ms. Whenever she does get have M&Ms there, she'll have M&Ms and a coffee. Who drinks coffee while watching a movie? Come on, man. I know there's probably a bunch of coffee drinkers out there that probably do that. But that's just, to me, that's just the strangest thing. But to each their own. But anyway, that's kind of like our like go-to setup. We go hardcore whenever we're at home, right? At the theater, we kind of dial it back a little bit, which sounds like it should be the opposite, but that's kind of how we roll. Oh, quick story. So, so when I was younger, I had went to the movie theaters with my brother and his family, and yeah, they roll about like 5 or 6 deep sometimes, right? And it would only be me at that point in time that would go with them, that would tag along, and didn't know what to expect. I just got myself a soda, and they didn't get anything, and I was like, okay, cool. So we go sit down, and we're watching a movie, and this happened on 3 different occasions. I learned after the first one, obviously, but 3 different times. Sat down, and they were just sitting there minding their business, waiting for the movie to start. Movie started. I was like, okay, cool. I got my soda, and then all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what? We're like, what the hell's going on? They were loud too, right? Look over. Tell me why these fools brought in Taco Bell. They had crunchy tacos and burritos. And I was like, oh, okay, I see how they roll. and then on another occasion, they brought in like Whoppers from Burger King. I don't think I've ever done that. I've snuck in candy and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments. For one, let me know in the comments what your setup is, your preferences are, theater and at home. Paint me a picture. Just like I'm trying to paint a picture for you. Paint me a picture. I would love to know what your preferences are and what your go-to snacks are as well. And then also, I would like to know if you've ever snuck like actual food, actual meals in a theater. I mean, at some point, I think everybody has in one time or another, or snuck stuff in. And if so, what exactly did you sneak in? Like, was it like something crazy or insane? Anyway, let me know in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you dug it or found it informative in any way. I guess if you can find it informative. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because I will be coming back with more videos as always. And with all that being said, we'll catch you next time.